Now, we've all heard Charles Fox's work. His musical creations initially impact our culture via television, entering our homes in many millions as they settle in for the evening in front of the TV. The sounds of Charles Fox's TV theme songs enter my consciousness as a kid, watching my favorite shows, and they come on, Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Shamil, Shamazel, House of Pitch Incorporated. We're gonna make it. And that classic we all love, exciting and new. Thank you, come aboard. You always got to say thank you after that first thing. Thank you. We're expecting you. Thank you. The Love Boat. Thank you. Soon will be. I know the second verse. And love. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's not my show. Let me keep going. His scores can be heard in over 50 motion pictures, including Foul Play, The Other Side of the Mountain, Goodbye Columbus, Barbarella. His versatility has brought him an Emmy for his work on Love American Style and a Grammy for the classic he wrote with fellow Hall of Famer Norman Gimbel, Killing Me Softly. Oh, yeah. He's been nominated for 2 Academy Awards and also composed the smash hits Ready to Take a Chance Again for Barry Manilow and I've Got a Name for Jim Croce. Ladies and gentlemen, performing Charles Fox's amazing Grammy-winning song, Please Give It Up for the beautiful Roberta Flack, y'all.
Thank you. Strumming my pain with his fingers, saving my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. How nice to see you. I've lost 56 pounds, in case you're interested. I just want to tell you that that little sort of Brazilian ending came about because after the Fugees kicked the song into the 21st century, I decided we had to go somewhere else. So we went to Brazil because Norman Gimbel and Charles Fox were also responsible for the translation of Tall and Tan and Young and Lovely. So we thought it was appropriate. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to present to you Mr. Charles Fox.
Well, thank you so much for this great honor. This isn't even something I ever dreamed about in my life. And to have Roberta Flack sing it so magnificently as she always has. And for her to present this to me is just, Roberta, I can't tell you how much this means to me. And thank you so much, and I love you. Cedric, you're funny. You are terrific. You want to take that act on the road or do a duet? I've been reflecting on some moments in my life that might have had some impact on my being here tonight. I remember the first time I saw my name on a record. I was living in Paris. I was a student. I was about 19 years old, and I was studying with my beloved Nadia Boulanger, my teacher. And I passed a record store one day, and it was a new release in the window by a group called La Plata Sextet. They were a hot Latin group at that time. And before I went to Paris, I had written a couple songs for them. I didn't know whether they recorded them or not. So I was excited. I ran into the store, and I got their album cover, and sure enough, on the back was my two songs. And one of them said, Hollywood Cha-Cha by Charlie. And I was so excited to see my name on the record. It didn't bother me that they left off my last name. It was just Charlie. So I ran to the front of the store, and I went to the shopkeeper and held up the record, and I pointed to my name. I said, c'est moi, Charlie, c'est moi. It's me. I don't know her reaction. I'm sure she was just as excited as I was. I don't know. Anyway, a few years later, I had an office on 1697 Broadway with a fellow from Arkansas who was 6'9", and he paid me $100 a week to write songs with him and to run the office. And when he wrote songs, I sit at the piano, and he'd 6'9", he'd lean way down over this upright piano, and he'd say, chord for me, son. So I chorded for him, and we wrote a number of songs that got recorded and released. Then flash forward a few years, I was in Aaron Spelling's office at 20th Century Fox in California, and I was there to play for him the new Love Boat theme that Paul Williams and I wrote, and Cedric sang so beautifully tonight. And of course I came supplied with a demo as any decent songwriter would. And there wasn't a machine available, not a cassette machine, not a tape machine. So I said to Aaron, well, no problem, we're in the lot at Fox, we'll find a piano and I'll do it live. Well, there was no piano available on the lot at Fox at that moment, so I said, kind of looked at him, and I shrugged, and he looked at me, and he shrugged. And finally I said, all right, here goes. Love, exciting and new, come aboard, we're expecting you, the Love Boat. And that's how he heard my song the first time, a cappella with me snapping my fingers. And the curious thing is he liked it. Well, the best moment of all was getting a call from Roberta Flack. I had written and produced an album with Norman Gimbel that was featured on American Airlines 1 month. And for that month, it was like in Theater in the Sky. So if you were traveling on American Airlines and you want to listen to the pre-programmed material, you're a prisoner at 35,000 feet. Well, as luck would have it, Roberta was flying from, I believe, from Chicago to New York on American Airlines, and she heard our record. And when she landed in New York, she tracked me down, and I was walking through the music library at Paramount Pictures one day, and someone handed me a phone and said, "Here, this is for you." And the voice on the other end of the line said, "Hi, this is Roberta Flack, and we haven't met, but I'm going to sing your songs." Well, thank you, Roberta. I sometimes wonder if my life would have been different if she had flown on American or United Airlines that day. I've had the very good fortune to work with some of the great lyricists, truly great lyricists, most of whom have preceded me to this podium. And I'd like to mention them and give tribute to them because it was their words that inspired the music. So first of all, to my long-term collaborator, Norman Gimbel. Thank you. To wonderful Hal David. We've written a lot of songs together, Hal and I. I'm so proud of every one of them. To my good friends Paul Williams and Bob Crew, and to the late Sammy Kahn. I'm proud and I'm honored to stand alongside of them here this evening and in front of all of you. And finally, I just want to say to my wife, my beautiful wife Joan, who's been there with me and for me for the whole ride, since long before anyone was interested in my music. I love you, babe. Thank you. And to all of you, thank you for the night of my life. Thank you.